I wanted to take a few minutes here to show you some of the things that I purchased for this job. I didn't spend a lot of money on it. My phone is a Samsung. It costs about $80. I'm not going to spend $300 or $400 for a Apple product anyway, or a more elaborate phone. But I can show you. You look here, you can see the phone I used. You can see the Uber app up with the Lyft shortcut in case I have to switch programs. But anyway, you see right here this little clip that holds it, that attaches to the vent on my AC, cost me an entire dollar. I got it at the dollar store. Okay, there's no need to buy something real fancy to mount up on top of the dash and everything. Down here I have two charger cords, one for Samsung, one for Apple products, iPhone things. For when the customer if their phone is pretty low percentage-wise on the battery, they can use these. Comes in handy. I keep an abundance of change here for when I go out to Orlando. But again, I don't use that so much. I won't use that so much when I have the transponder installed here today for ePass and SunPass out in Orlando. I also keep an abundance of referral cards here. These, all drivers, or most drivers have it, but all drivers have a referral code. So I use those cards both for passenger and potential drivers. It has my referral code on it. It's a marketing thing. I use them usually more or less out in Orlando. I've had a lot of success with them out in Orlando. For people that sign up either to take their first ride as a passenger or as a driver, they get a bonus, I get a bonus. So works out real well. But in the back here, the two seats, behind each seat, I have a little net shelf, a little net webbing, I call it, where I put a little water bottle, hand lotion, or hand sanitizer actually, and maybe some candy or something, little gimmicks for passengers in the back, particularly the water this time of the year, so they can, they really appreciate that, so they can keep hydrated. Other than that, I really don't have anything else I use. I mean, it's not necessary. I try to keep the expenses to a minimum. I keep extra water in the back of the car because people go through the water pretty quick. But anyway, I also wanted to talk to you for a little while about something regarding tips. Both the Uber and Lyft app offer the passenger an opportunity to leave a tip for you. And the way you get tips, or an abundance of tips, is by doing your job very well, and you're doing it in a professional manner, because that's what it's all about. Okay, it really does make a difference if you take the job serious, other than just earning some quick cash or something, getting them from point A to point B. You get them from point A to point B in a happy mood. Okay. So you want to be professional in all aspects of the job, just like anything you do. If you're going to do it well. Okay. You don't have to have a three-piece suit when you drive, but just have some clean clothes, maybe some slacks or something. Just don't have a ball cap on top of your head backwards and everything. It just looks. A lot of people think it looks tacky. Okay, it makes a difference. Okay, you would be surprised how many people get in the car and start rating you. They start looking around the car, looking at you, looking at the way you drive, how you present yourself, and they really do rate you by that. Some people don't care, but quite a few of them do, particularly tourists. Okay, I've noticed that. And tourists are the ones that tip real well, if you think about it. The tourists are the ones that are a little loose with their money because they're on vacation or something. So again, conduct yourself in a professional manner. When they get in the car, greet them, introduce yourself if they don't already know your name. try to make them feel at ease. That's the big thing, because a lot of people get nervous when they get in the car. Try to make them feel at ease. Talk to them a little bit. You try to get a feel for whether or not they really want to have a conversation during the ride or not. You got to get a feel of that after a while. You need to know when to shut up. Okay, don't drive them nuts if they really don't want to talk. Okay. Also, if you're picking up somebody going to the airport, or if you're dropping off at the airport, you got luggage or something, you do the heavy work. Pick up the bags, or at least offer to, and put them in the back of the car. That's your job. A lot of times they want to do it themselves, but at least offer. In other words, go the extra mile, okay? Do whatever you have to do to make them happy. The ride experience is supposed to be a pleasant one. That's what it's all about. That's what Lyft and Uber base it on. Okay, the enjoyable trip, affordable and enjoyable. So do the best you can. You'll find that your ratings will stay higher for both Uber and app, and that does make a difference, by the way. Uber and Lyft do notice that, and it does matter. If I can tell you one reason right off the bat for keeping high ratings. I don't know if anybody's heard of a third nationwide Lyft platform company called Juno that came out of New York, and they're in other cities now. I've already signed up with them. They're not in this area yet. They're not in Orlando. They're not going to be in this area probably for a while, if ever, but Orlando is probably a good place for them. I can't say they would go there, but why wouldn't they? Orlando's a hot spot. Juno is supposed to be real big with the drivers, because they only take a roughly half percent, or half of the amount that Lyft and Uber take on these fares. It's like 10% or something like that, and that's a big deal. That's less than half of what Uber and Lyft take. Also, there are other incentives that the company offers. So if they do come to Orlando, it's going to be like an earthquake, and it's going to be real good for the drivers. But what I'm getting at is that company, when you apply, you can apply now in lieu of them coming to Orlando. They only accept the top-rated people from Uber and Lyft. They have a minimum as far as the score you have. If you look on your app, you're 9 point something, and Lyft, you're 4 point something up to 5. They only take the cream of the crop, so to speak. They won't put it that way. Don't even want to talk to you if you're not one of those. So that's one reason right there, okay? Because that's going to be a good company. I guess that's about it. Like I say, just waiting for another ride. I just wanted to go over a few things while I'm waiting. And like I said before, you guys down in Sebastian, I hope some of you sign up and be a driver. Make some money. We can definitely use more drivers in the area down there. Drum up activity with passengers. But if you go up to Melbourne and you don't think you're making enough money there, head out to Orlando. Do the things I was talking about, and it'll definitely be worthwhile out in Orlando. So anyway, until later on, this is Scott, the Sebastian Uber driver, saying have a good day.